Well then, maybe this is working. Looks like it is anyway. XSplit was being weird this morning. Alright, well the first thing we're going to do is mute myself. There we go. Alright. Well, 3 watching it says. Don't see anybody in chat, but hopefully somebody in the chat, hopefully some of you guys will join the chat window over here. Alright, well I'm still getting things here situated here, so give me a moment, please. Alright. Alright. Well, good morning and all that, or good afternoon, or evening, or whatever it is where you are. It's the sun. An incredibly boring sun today, actually. We don't have near the activity that we had last weekend, unfortunately. We're gonna move it around here a little bit, and we've got to know that is not a transit of Venus. That is a transit of a spot on my camera that cannot be avoided. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Okie dokie. I'm going to configure my screen here a little bit. There we go. Alright, well YouTube thinks there's 5 of you people out there. Of course, I guess I probably count as 1. So YouTube thinks there's 4 of you people out there. So somebody say something in chat. I know I'm not talking to myself 5 times over here. Should be a chat window over on your right. Or you can join us on the Mibbit, M-I-B-B-I-T, Mibbit.com IRC server. If you're old school enough to know how to use IRC, we were in the space only channel. Alright, so like we said, there's really not just a whole lot going on the sun today. It's much less active than it was last weekend. Got a couple of interesting areas, but not really a whole lot. We can there are, or at least were earlier, a few prominences that were of some interest. Yeah, there's a few off to the side over here. We'll go take a look at some of those here. And the jingle of dog collars in the background. So it looks like we got one up here on the northeast limb. Actually, that one's grown quite a bit since earlier this morning. When I was first looking at it, it was really not very large at all. It's grown quite a bit, so. Yeah, probably stand for a little bit better focus. We may have to go out and adjust the focus here in a minute. But yeah, we've got a couple of proms on the limbs up here, but not anything too spectacular. Unfortunately, we had a gorgeous sunspot last weekend, but that activity seems to have died down by quite a bit. Let's see. That one looks like it may have some definition to it if we can get. We may need to focus a little better here. So, all right. Well, we're gonna go out and adjust the focus here real quick. So, give me a few moments and we will be right back. What is the All right, and we're back. There we go. Yay. All right, yeah, a little bit of focus helped there. Go figure. What a shock. Hey, got dogs going. All right. So yeah, got a couple of actually reasonably interesting spots. Still nothing quite as great as last weekend. Looks like we got a filament forming over here, right about the center of the disc. A dark spot there, not sure what that is. But yeah, we got a nice filament forming there. That may very well turn into a sunspot by the end of the day. We'll have to see. Pull up Solar Ham's, maybe magnetogram or something. We'll see here. Maybe Solar Ham's got some view that may give us an idea of what we're looking at. Yeah, that'd be it. Magnetogram right there kind of gives us a pretty good clue what's going on. 2648, huh? Alright. Yeah, definitely some pretty intense magnetic activity going on there. Yeah, that's about what we're seeing right there. Yeah, not a whole lot just in the visual bands. It looks like we're just seeing a nice magnetic disturbance right there, but that is pretty obviously what's giving us this right here. In fact, it even looks like the shape may be about the same. Yep, there's that kind of M shape that we're seeing right now. There's that shape, and if we go hit ours, yeah, that shape is definitely the same. So looks like we've got a little bit of magnetic flux trying to happen, so that may turn into a sunspot by the end of the day. Not really sure. We'll have to see. Kind of interesting to catch one in the act of being born, though. That's always fun. Other than that, though, there's just not really a whole lot of interest happening. Like I said, we've got a couple of areas where we can see some proms, maybe some prominences if we really jack up the exposure time. Yeah, there's a few. Nothing too. That one up at the top right, though, he's actually grown quite a bit this morning. He was just tiny this morning when we first started. This guy right here. If we can maybe, yeah, we can get a little bit of a look at him there. Now for scale, figure that's well, let's see here. That's probably a good 10 or 15 times the size of our planet. So, we say small, but I don't think small is relative. Well, alright then. That's about it, though. Like I said, there's just not a whole lot going on the sun today, except that we appear to have caught a sunspot in the act of showing up. Oh, well, now that one there, alright, it's small, but we got some interest here because you don't often get a really good look at a distinct loop, but you get a distinct loop on that one right there. That guy may be interesting. He may be worth grabbing a few captures of, make a time lapse actually. Let's see if we can tweak our settings here to get a really good view of it. Oops, not 27, 2.7. There we go. And let's see here. Let's do some captures here. We'll do some 500 frame captures. We'll do a sequence of them. We'll do 5 of them. And we'll go 1 minute between them. And what we're going to do here, is we're going to capture some 500 frame videos essentially of this, and we'll stack those videos into individual images, and then I'll catch 5 of those images and perhaps lay them down to create a time lapse of these little proms over here, because there's a couple of them with some definite loop features here, so we may be able to see some actual movement in the prominences. Whoops. What happened to our... I wonder if it's having trouble writing that capture there, maybe. Looks like the machine's responding, but... Uh-oh. Doesn't look like SharpCap's real happy about life right now. That may not be good. Well, it wouldn't be a live event if software didn't crash. That's wonderful. Alright, well, what's your grief here, SharpCap? Yeah, I know it's not responding. We'll close that sucker. Go away, Windows. I don't need you to try to tell me what was wrong with it. You aren't going to figure it out anyway. Ooh. It flat out said no. Up there it went. Alright, well now let's see if... we can get it back. Well, at least it came back for us. That's a start, I suppose. So much for that idea, though, of... and of course... we lost most of our settings here. Alright, let's see here. Alright, least we got back here. Alright. It really didn't like that idea of saving a capture though. So we won't ask it to do it again right now. Just not much going on the old sun today though. It's probably going to be the shortest, most boring live stream in history, but that's okay.